Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Cap Social Network, also known as Capri Social Network. So, in today's video, I wanted to talk about the flip side of the last video that I made, which pertains to the perspectives of being a side chick. Unlike that video, this video will talk about the opposite, the perspectives on being a side dude, because there are quite a bit of women that are in long-term relationships, whether they may have a long-term live-in boyfriend, and some, or better yet, lots of women live-in long-term boyfriends that they happen to have kids by, yet it still have side dudes as well. Also, there are women, quite a bit of women, who have husbands, yet it's still side dudes or side guys, however you would like to classify those types of guys as. And to clarify more, elaborate more, a side guy, aka side dude, it's a guy that a woman is usually playing her boyfriend or cheating on her boyfriend with, where it may either be her boyfriend or husband, while being in a long-term relationship usually with her main guy. Once again, either her boyfriend or her husband. Because, and on that note, how many of you know of women with boyfriends, live-in boyfriends, and may be pretty financially set and stable, could be able to, in other words, provide their girlfriends with pretty much anything they may need, to the extent where their girlfriends may not have to work, literally, only for them to still cheat on their boyfriends when a side dude. With that being said, how many of you also know of women when husbands that are very financially stable and settled, could be able to provide their wives anything that they want, give them however much money they may need to go on shopping sprees or do whatever else they may need to, with only for these same women who have these husbands, I'm talking about, that may be doctors, that may be accountants, that may be lawyers, engineers, only for these same women to still have a side dude. And in some cases, guys who can't even much rub two nickels together, literally, both literally and figuratively speaking. Instead, these types of women who used to go for these guys on the side who have nothing to offer them, unlike with their husbands, either their husbands or boyfriends who are usually financially stable and secure, usually fall for these types of guys due to how good the guy may be in bed, or how much more better the guy may be in bed, how much he may be able to put it down more compared to either her long-term boyfriend or husband. It's also due to the simple fact that women, when it all comes down to it, do not know what they want, the average woman. Because if that was the case, why would you see so many women, and I know this is a whole different topic for a whole different time and video, that used to have multiple kids by multiple men, if it wasn't true of how women don't know what they want? That's a perfect example. But women also are very easy to get bored. Another reason why they prefer having side guys over their main guys that they may have been in relationships and or married to for long, for a extended amount of years. Even women that are shacking up, as the elderly people may say, that may have been shacking up when their boyfriends, their live-in boyfriends for 10 years, some 20 years, still have side guys. That's why, on behalf of you guys that don't have kids your own, and I will not quit stressing this, I would advise you, fellas, to be very mindful before you may consider dating women that may already have kids from either a previous relationship or marriage. Because just because some women may claim that they're not dealing with their baby daddies, mostly 80 to 90% of the time they still are on the side, whether you may want to hear this or not. And I don't care how much of a sob story that she may come to you with, or a sad story she may come to you with when you first may meet her, trying to justify both how and why she's no longer with the children's fathers or her baby daddies. That's just the paint the narrative of how she, in a low-key way, is still dealing with him in some shape or form. No matter how much drama some women may go through with men, you best believe, as women that have kids by men at that, when you first meet a woman, and on behalf of all my fellas that may have to take on the role of being a stepfather, you best believe, fellas, these women are still dealing with these men behind your back, which I would consider as side dudes as well, not only as they baby daddies, but they side dudes, especially you may be married to these same women whose kids you had to take in as your own. I'm talking about, once again, guys who don't have any biological kids of their own. These women, fellas, will always have some kind of communication with these guys who they have as baby daddies, especially if the guy is a crazy, toxic, and dysfunctional baby daddy who may be jealous, so jealous to the extent that he doesn't want her moving on at all. Instead, he wants to get ready to make arrangements to meet up with her and hit it and get all the sex he wants to out of her. After that, usually abandon her until he wants to hit it again over and over. Because these women also are some of the main reasons why some guys usually wind up being dead, either dead or in the penitentiary, due to how so many women still have baby daddies while being in long-term relationships when some other guy who they didn't have kids by at all. These same women pick some of the most toxic and dysfunctional guys to have as baby daddies. And that's one of the main reasons why so many guys get hurt over these types of women, due to how a lot of these women refuse to stop dealing with their baby daddies for good, due to the simple fact of how they have kids by these guys. They're some of the most problematic guys they could find. And due to some fact that also, judging from the baby daddy's perspective, he looks at the baby mama as his quote-unquote property, due to him having a kid by her. But I know that's another topic, in a sense, for a whole other video. In another sense, my point of saying this, using this analogy, was on behalf of how women, even women that may be married, have side kids, well, side dudes who in some cases may be they baby daddies, who they still refuse to stop seeing and will never, in most cases, stop seeing. Some women are also so trifling to the extent where they will cheat on either their long-term boyfriend or husband, and will be bold enough to have the side guy bring the side guy right around either the boyfriend or husband, only to persuade the side guy or convince the side guy or side dude to lie and say that he's some kind of relative of hers, a relative in most cases that she never ever has told either her long-term boyfriend or husband about. I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, strictly my fellas I'm addressing, these women are conniving, deceitful, trifling on so many levels. to the point where that's a perfect example of what I just brought up on how women are very tactful when it comes to cheating. Not all women, but quite a bit of them. Because there are some women that are sloppy cheaters, just like it's guys is sloppy cheater. Sloppy cheaters. And on behalf of how it's been a well-known fact of how women cheat more smarter are much, let me rephrase that, are much more smarter cheaters than us men. It's some men that are just as smart or even smarter cheaters than some women. Anyways, and on that note, I wanted to show you clips on behalf of the topic of perspectives on being a side dude. All of these clips, folks, are on behalf and via TikTok. Without further ado, here they go.
Side dude 101. First, be her peace. She got enough problems with the life she live with him, hence why you around. Second, know your timing. Know when to call, when not to call, when he around, when he not around. Eventually, she gonna call and text you anyway when he around. Why? Because she misses you. She may even love you. Third, be her happiness. At all points of time, it should be a good time with you. Period. Friends first, then lovers. Eventually, she's just gonna plan things out for just you and her, stuff she ain't even experienced with him. And you should be fully open to do whatever it is she wants to do. Fourth, be her ear. Whatever she wants to talk to you about, it should be nothing she can't. Without no judgment, nor should she feel regret. You should be fully open to hear any and everything she has to say. Fifth, know your position. At no point in time should you be emotional about him. You already know that she got him. But ladies, we know that you got him, but just don't cheat on us, because we'll kill you.
You know what I'm happy that men don't do? I'm happy that we don't come to each other as men, like how females do, like how they'll guy will be cheating with the both of them, they'll come together as women. Because as a man, and as a proud side dude, I think the boyfriend knows that I don't give a fuck about y'all relationship. Am I here to break up a happy home? No. If I find out a girl has a boyfriend before we start messing with each other, there's like a 70% chance I'm gonna step back. I've already shot my shot and everything, got the number and everything, then I find out she got a boyfriend. I'm just saying I put in my effort just like how you put in your effort. They're just for two different things. We have two different goals in mind. I'm a side dude, you the main dude. I'm helping you. I'm listening to problems about you and giving advice that would help you out. These niggas gotta respect these side dudes out here, cuz. And nothing in life is free. So for a small consultation, I have sex with your girlfriend. It's probably like one time out of the week. You're doing it like 6 days out of the week. Okay, what you say? I'm proud of what I am, cuz.
With that being said, I also want to add this as well. A lot of these women that have these side guys could be some of the main women who claim to be so holy art thou. The main types of women that go to church every Sunday, that may be choir directors, may either, if not be a choir director, may do administrative work for the churches they may be long-time members of, or may have been a long-time member of, only for them to still mess around and have side dudes cheat on their husbands. The same types of women who always try to justify how also you shouldn't cheat according to what the Bible says, how it's a sin to whoremonger, both whoremonger and adultery. Some of them who happen to be female pastors, yet and still have guys on the side, which just goes to show you how hypocritical lots of women also could be as well. women who happen to make a double standard out of them cheating, whether they may either have just a live-in long-term boyfriend who they may cheat on, or a husband, which is even worse, who they still have the nerve to cheat on. The same as that women, once again, who claim to be so holy art thou just because they go to church every Sunday. Anyways, let me proceed.
I've never seen a guy come out, take the picture like this with a famous girl.
Oh,
and like
to
blow
try
up.
to explode, to try
Yeah.
to expose. Yeah, yeah.
To try to explode and like be like the
Yeah.
side guy in a relationship.
You know why? Because men are smart. We're not trying to fuck it up for ourselves. If we have something good going on,
I feel like you guys just want to fuck.
Yeah.
You want to
That's-
keep fucking.
That's exactly what it is. Like, we
Yeah.
just want to preserve that. If we have a good thing
Preserve
going
the
on, I
pussy.
want to preserve it. Like, I don't want the whole world to know. Because I know if I put
Oh
it
my
out
God.
there, there's a chance that everything is going to become messed up and we're not going to be
Yeah.
able to fuck with each other no more. So I'm going to just keep it on the down low. That's why men are so good at being side dudes.
You guys
Literally,
are amazing
We're the
with that.
best. We're the best at that. If
You will
want a
shut the
side,
fuck. Oh my God.
we're going to be the side guy. No worries about it. Nobody has to know. My
Literally-
wife doesn't have to know. I'm just kidding.
Got a side hoe. These side dudes need to understand the rules too. I can only meet you during my lunch hour at work. Rent is due on the 12th because I get a late fee on the 15th. Hair and nail money for the month needs to be sent via Zelle. Now break it up into 2 payments because you know if you send me over 600, the IRS is clocking and I file my taxes jointly. Do not call me after 6 p.m. because I have gotten off the train and I'm now in the car with my main dude and I cannot talk to you. It ain't gonna be no holidays, no birthdays, no IG posting on Valentine's Day. Send my gift to Charmaine's house. Okay? I will be deleting your text as soon as you send them. So don't wait for no reply because I have to call you in the morning after I kiss my dude goodbye. Do not DM me because I will block your ass. And listen, your name is saved in my phone under Diane. So if a dude ever answer, you better get to pinching that nose and hitting that falsetto. Hi, is Betty there?
for a hookup.
No. Long story short, how I interpret is that guy who is they're there for the conversation, for sexual favors. They're that guy that, hey, I really like this girl, but I know she's got something going on. I know that I'm not going to be her number one. But just the fact that I get to spend time with her and she's willing to do things with me that she would do with her significant other as well, I'm going to stick around. You
With
feel
no
me?
sex.
No,
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 yeah,
you
it's
fucking.
just sex.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
But
You running when she called, basically.
Yeah.
On that note, folks, there are also, believe it or not, women that are in long-term relationships, whether they may either have a boyfriend, long-term boyfriend, living boyfriend, or husband who may be financially stable and secure enough to provide for them to the extent where they no longer have to work due to how financially secure their main man are, or maybe only to cheat on them and have a side guy that may have a job as either a massage therapist. By the way, let me know what's the more technical term, ladies and gentlemen, down below in the comment section on behalf of a guy that's a massage therapist. Another more formal term for a massage therapist. Guys that may also be bouncers at nightclubs, guys that may happen to be fitness trainers, similar to in the movie Faithful, how the woman that happened to be married and a kid, and when a kid happened that cheat on her main guy when a guy that happened to be a fitness trainer, if I'm not mistaken, a well-known fitness trainer in the movie that is. Anyway, these guys also made stoop as low as cheating on their husbands when a bus driver. And I do apologize, folks, but fuck what Ebony Williams may say on behalf of how women should, or women that make certain amounts of income, that may be career-oriented women, shouldn't date bus drivers, shouldn't settle as low as dating bus drivers. And how she said she would date a bus driver only under one condition, where there are women that'll be willing, women, once again, that happen to be some of the most happiest, or you would like to think would be some of the most happiest women, due to how some of them may have husbands that, once again, are very financially secure, either husbands or boyfriends, will be willing to cheat on their financially stable husbands and boyfriends for a guy win a job driving a bus. Although there are bus drivers who do make decent money, not trying to shame bus drivers, because there are some who make decent amount of money, especially the ones that's been driving a bus for over 20 years or so, and have good retirement plans as well. Happen to have good stock purchase plans on top of that. Anyway, let me proceed.
Yeah, I'm over here right now. Oh, shit.
What's up?
Yeah, he here. I didn't know he was gonna answer. I'll call you back. Yo, what's up, my man? You Roger?
Yeah, who you?
Oh, man, you know who I am. My charger is in your living room. Can you check and see? It's an iPhone cord.
Why would your charger be in my house?
Cause I'm smashing Susie. Oh, shit! Can you get my charger in the living room? Matter of fact, I'll get it myself. Hold on. Let me use that tip. She gonna be about $2 too. Yeah, man. Next time, tell her to leave it in her room. That way, I can just remember to take it. I'm smashing your wife. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna just leave. Tell her I came by. She don't need to break me. This nigga. Kill this bitch.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to incorporate a tad bit of humor into this video by showing this here reel, which happens to be a skit. It's very obvious it's a TikTok skit. And on behalf of it being Friday, aka Happy Friday as well, some people will also consider it as Feel Good Friday, especially on behalf of all of my people who may have gotten paid from their employees, from their workplaces. Anyway.
Have a main dude that want to keep their side niggas around. Even if you're not just a side nigga, she just want to keep you around. Why? For all type of reasons. Girls just want to seem like they got a lot of dudes in their phone. The same way niggas be around niggas, y'all chilling at the crib, y'all talking about, oh yeah, look, I'll take this bit. Girl won't do that. Oh, I be talking to this nigga.
I'm curious. Hands, who's been a side dude? Hands up. Yeah, side. Why did I think it was gonna go this way?
Yeah, but is
I
it
don't rate
really
it, to be
great?
honest.
Because most men talk about, oh, I don't want to stir another man's porridge. Do
That's
you
what I'm
like
saying.
that? Is that nice?
Men
I
don't
don't
care.
rate
We
that.
No,
we
why?
I don't rate that.
we
at all.
don't
I
Yeah,
don't rate that.
exactly. Men do not.
I'm saying, so as a man, like I don't rate that. Like I would never be that guy.
You would never, ever, ever know I was the side dude. That's the beauty
Yeah, but
of it.
you know.
I know.
That's what I'm
So
saying.
when
do you like
so
that?
when I shake your hand and say, "What's up, bro? Hi, nice to meet
Yeah,
you."
but
dude."
regardless if he knows, you know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so that's the
I
problem.
know.
So you're right with stirring another man's porridge.
I'm not stirring no one else's.
Like being a side dude. Now, as a disclaimer, I do not support cheating. It's wrong and it does terrible things to the relationship. However, the strange thing in some cases is that it actually helps some relationships survive. Truthfully, I learned how to please a woman through being a side dude. The thing she felt like she couldn't tell him was free information to me. So I learned right then that I needed to be an emotional safe space. I did not need to judge her for her thoughts and how she felt. Also, I just learned how to sit there and listen. When she was talking about her relationship and what was going on, you realize that ain't got nothing to do with you and you cannot fix that. She just needed somewhere to vent. She wants to be able to, what she calls, feel crazy and not be called crazy. Half the time, she never wanted a solution, just to get it off her chest. And then sexually, they just want a good experience. I'd like to take this time to tell guys to stop stabbing at it. You ain't in high school no more. Stop beating it up. Having her walking funny is not a badge of honor. The goal is to have her walking like she on a runway after y'all done. She needs to feel like a new woman, not like she gotta go recover. That's what makes her want to do it a whole lot more often. Furthermore, she wants to feel like you're there to actually please her and not just get one off. And fellas, let's just be honest, we know we gonna get ours. Even in some low grade, we can find that one angle where we can go ahead and get one off if need be. Now, I have had to fake myself out of a couple of situations, so that's another story for another day. But with physical intimacy, she just really wants you to be present. Now, there were other experiences where I just got treated like street meat. It was straight up, meet me at this location, get it in, all right then. And she was gone. Every woman is different. Every woman that cheats ain't going through emotional despair. Every woman that's cheating isn't getting revenge. Every woman that's cheating isn't just some out of control chick looking to bust one. And after really talking to a lot of guys and experiencing being a side dude, I figured out that men and women cheat for a lot of the same reasons, or lack thereof. As a side dude, your job isn't to save that woman. You're supposed to get in, get out, and put her back where you found her. That's not your girl. And no matter who cheats or who's unfaithful, it's left up to those two people to maintain that relationship. So whoever they're cheating with, doesn't matter. You address the person that disrespected the relationship, not the person that they were cheating with. I only cheated once, and that was out of revenge a long time ago. And really thinking back on it, it wasn't worth it. I just should have left her alone. Using somebody else to cause pain to another person is wrong. It's wrong to that person, and it's wrong to your significant other. Still, being a side dude was a lot of fun. Like, a lot. And as a husband, right now, I know in order to stack the deck, I need to be on top of my game. I absolutely trust my wife. I don't want that resentment building up in her that allows other people to rationalize cheating. If she's gonna be faithful, I'm going to make it worth it. Being a side dude let me know that in a relationship, you need to do more than what the title requires. I got enriched by the experience, but some guys, they just took it to the head. But I hope that helped. Y'all be cool.
Side dude 101 first.
Don't be a side dude. I don't know why y'all think this is cool in 2022. This is why good men are insecure. This is why we don't want to settle down, because we actually got women out here actually co-signing this, thinking it's okay. So just some advice to the fellas, man. If she's taken or she got a man, just leave her alone. Just deal with somebody that's single. It's making us look real bad. Let's show some respect, not just to ourselves, but to women as well, because we looking real goofy out here. And women are low-key kind of laughing at us, too. Grow up, man.
Ladies, let me explain to you why a lot of men have issues with trust issues. Back when I'm out my younger days, when I was a side dude, a young lady that I was messing with, normally we meet at a location or I would pick her up. This particular day, she ended up picking me up from a location. Next thing you know, we riding around doing our thing. Her old man calls her back-to-back times. Like she been in a relationship with this man for about 6 months. He was actually a really hard worker. He's one of the men that worked in construction, right? But he left his debit card. So he calls this girl and says, hey, I lost my debit card. I really want something to eat. Can you take care of me? She's like, of course, I'm going to go ahead and get you something to eat. I mean, you buy me this purse and whatnot, right? So he tells exactly what he wants to eat. He told her he wanted a Subway. What did he want? She says, no problem. So I'm still in the car, right? So she tells him, hey, by the way, I'm going to pick up my cousin along the way because he needs a ride. So then right after that, I'll be on my way. Won't take me but another minute. Mind you, I'm sitting right next to her in her vehicle. So she drives by Subway. She stops by. She gets all of his foods together, get his drinks, everything he wants, right? She gets back in the car with me. I happen to look to the left and look at the man's food. And I'm like, hey, that man clearly told you that he didn't want tomatoes on his sandwich. Like, I'm listening. She's like, oh, man, I'm glad you told me. So she goes back inside, right? Takes his food inside, gets it redone, gets back in the car with me. We're driving over there, go to the construction site. She looks at me. She says, by the way, one of his uncle name is this, and his father name is this, real quick. So once we got over there, she gives us food. She introduced me to him as her cousin, and me playing along with it. I'm like, yeah, I'm such and such son, which he didn't know that. But that lets people understand that this is why the trust issue is like this when it comes to men, because women play games too. And y'all grown. Y'all can believe what you want to believe. Ladies, let me explain to you why a lot of men have issues with trust issues. So the funniest part about me being a side guy, right? I was a side dude to a married woman, and I didn't even know it. You know, this is one of those things where I don't entertain married people, but she both had me and her husband fooled at the same time. That lets you know some women are sneaky because she covered all of the bases. She didn't let me know anything about her husband or her family. So I'm working at a local hospital at the time. I ended up meeting this woman. She stayed where she was from originally, was destroyed by the storm. So she ended up moving to Baytown, Texas, and got her a job. Didn't think nothing of it. Drove over to Baytown, when she drove back where I'm from. We would kick it, do our thing. Now, where she was from originally, I have lots of people from there. My mom's side of the family is from that area. I visit there quite often, right? Never seen this girl before. So it happened to be one of those weekends, one of my cousins hits me up. He's a known guy, very popular, got a lot of people over there that he hang with. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to go down there and hang out with my big cousin. So he's like, okay, we about to go over here to this little spot. I'm going to pick up two of my partners and we're going to all roll. I was like, that's cool. One of the guys, I already knew him because I've already met him, but this other guy, I never met him before, right? So we decided, he said, well, I'm going to pick up old boy from his house. Drive up to the house. I got to use the bathroom. I'm like, hey, man, you think he ain't going to trip if I use the bathroom? He said, man, he ain't like that. He family, man. Come on and come in the house. So I go in the house. He speaks to him. I introduce myself to him. I use the bathroom. He says, hey, man, you want something to eat or something? I got some leftover barbecue. Before we started drinking, I said, well, I don't drink or anything. He said, but, man, do you want some barbecue, man? I said, yeah, I want some food. What you mean? So we go in the kitchen. We start eating up some food, right? This is before we go out. It's still early. It's probably like 11 o'clock. So I hear a noise coming, from one of the back rooms. He said, man, that's just my old lady, man. She tripping because we about to go out and do our thing. Man, no big deal. So the girl comes out into the kitchen area. I look directly at her. This is the exact same woman I have been messing around with and sleeping with for the last 2 or 3 months. So I look at her. I feel my heart fall down into my socks, right? And I can look at her and you can literally see this girl's whole soul leave her body, right? She's in complete shock. But oh boy is looking at me because we're at the dining room table. I'm looking at him and he's looking at me and I'm looking at her. But I play it cool. I hold it all in. He said, oh, yeah, this is my wife, such and such. And, my cousin already knew. He said, man, hey, big head, what's going on, man? What you doing? She said, nothing, just walking in the kitchen, about to give me something to drink. So she looks at me. She looks at her old man and my cousin. When they turn their heads, she literally does this, like, don't say nothing. I didn't say anything about it. I went about my business. I had a good time. And at the end of that, later on, she ended up texting me the very next day. Telling me I need to explain. You don't need to explain nothing because I understand you covered the bases. So you knew for a fact that I wouldn't snitch on you or leak information. So you lied to all of us. And y'all grown. Y'all can believe what y'all want to believe. So the funniest story about
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to conclude this video. But before I conclude it for good, make sure you first and foremost like the video, you comment on it, you share it. Last but not least, you subscribe to the channel. Until next time, happy Friday to y'all, and y'all have a good one.